Hello. We are live here on Facebook. We are sitting here. I'm Hemalayaa, and I'm sitting here with the gorgeous, divine, incredible human being called Maya Fiennes. And she's an author and teacher, Shakti Mama. Shakti is like this radiant, feminine energy that moves through her, and I'm so great. Yeah, right. I could just sit here for half an hour straight and just talk about how incredible this woman is. So welcome, Maya. Welcome.
Thank you, Hemalayaa.
So Maya and I met in London, England about, what, like 8 years ago, 9 years ago? I think even longer now. Yeah. So we were both teaching at a yoga conference, and we both experienced each other's work, and we're like, who are you? We need to know each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then she moved to Los Angeles, and we got to, as she was moving here and settling in, we got to spend a little bit of time together. And I invited her to be here today because she is someone who embodies this divine feminine energy that we've been talking about. And she also embodies her full greatness in the world, and she's walking that way. She's raised her children that way. And so I'm inspired by her. And so I welcome Maya to our talk today. And I would love for you to share with the audience what the word embody means to you.
Right. Okay. It is, first of all, it's a journey to get to that point of embodiment. It's not a magic pill and suddenly, bang, you're embodied. It's kind of work and discipline. That's what's really required. And what it means is to be, when you're out of your head, into your body, into your heart, into your desires, what your heart, soul desire. When every cell of your body kind of knows that you're enough. Every cell of the body knows that it's absolutely okay to be who you are, accepting yourself, recognizing who you are, not being scared of your power, share it, being really fully realized. You know, like the Buddha sits down under the tree and got realized, it embodied, it's enlightenment. That's what it means. It's just complete awareness of who you really are. Your body, mind, spirit, everything becomes one, union. And that happens, as you know, with yoga all your life. It takes a lifetime, and every day it becomes a lifestyle, right? It's not something you learn on a retreat. I mean, you can get to that point slowly, but every retreat, every teacher training, everything that you do at the end, and it's a discipline you do at home, you learn, you take the tools, but it's something that you need to do every day, even though it's like 10 minutes. I tell my clients, you just have to keep it up. Every day do something for yourself, connect. Is that union. That's what yoga is about. We're all striving for that unity. Unity to whom and to what? It's to yourself first. Because at the end of the day, if you don't accept yourself, who will? And accepting meaning accepting all the parts of you. Because we definitely have the duality and the two parts of us. One is saying go, go, the other one is saying stop, stop. So you have push and pull at all times. And at the end, you sabotage yourself. And, it's easy to blame other people and to judge other people. But at the end, it's you who stands in your own way. So how do we remove that you out of you so that you can really become that true embodiment of who you truly, really are? So, yeah, it's a journey.
Yeah, and it really, what I'm hearing from you is it's a practice. It is like yoga. It's
discipline.
Really having discipline. And I agree with you 100%. It's not, we are not static beings. We're constantly changing and growing and moving. And my experience is, I am no master. We are all on the path of practicing. So when I'm like feeling down and blue, it's like I do the things that I do to bring myself back into wholeness.
So you need to have those tools, right? That's why you learn. That's why you go to the teacher trainings and the retreats and whatever, you learn constantly from anybody can be your teacher. It doesn't have to be yoga related. Anybody outside, as long as you're aware and awaken and you're open to see the messages and to see the learning, every person is your guru.
Absolutely. Beautiful.
So, I mean, when I went to, it was such a beautiful example. I had my teacher training in Greece just last month. And then we were the last day, whole month, working it through. I mean, you really go through transformation. And I see all these women in front of my eyes completely change. And they become really the best potential they can be. They become that highest themselves, the best version of themselves. And the transformation that happened, and it's just so beautiful to see. And then we had this celebration at the end, the last day, being there for a whole month. And there it goes in the restaurant, this woman who was just completely embodied. I would imagine we were all looking at her. She was quite full, but the way she was carrying herself and the way she was wearing her clothes and strong colors, but she just walked in and we were all like, oh my God, we want to be her, whatever she's doing, And then there was the funniest thing was there was another table. There were like skinny little young models who were shooting because, Greece is a beautiful place to do that. And so they were all completely envious of this woman. I mean, She was just embodied completely. She accepted herself completely. She walks in, everybody was happy. And I said, we have to talk to her because let's just see, what is her practice? How did she get to that point? So we got to start talking to her. And she goes, let me tell you, it's a work. Every day you have to work on it. And we're like, oh, damn, it just happens like that.
You're like, give us some magic pill or something.
What is the magic you're doing? But exactly, that shows the points again that I was talking to my girls at teacher training. We were just talking about it, that you see, it's a discipline, it's a work, you have to, and it's not like suddenly like once you get it, you think that's it.
Right.
One day you're feeling completely embodied. The next day you might be feeling completely insecure and not confident. And you're not in your body. But that's fine. That's what the journey is. It's not like you're supposed to be this amazing, this kind of wonder kid. We can't just be this superwoman all the time. But if you have that base, then it's much easier to come out of those blue days when you don't feel embodied. And you don't feel secure, you don't feel, But the base is there because you've been working on it. You know who you are. You know that feeling of what it is to be embodied. So then it's easier to take it back on those days when you're dipping down.
Yeah, and I think the whole thing is, and just FYI, whoever's here live and whoever comes in, just so you know, you can ask us questions. We will be taking questions at the end, and I'm so thrilled to have this conversation because I'm in full agreement that it does take practice. And there used to be a term that was going around over the last couple of decades that was whole and complete. We were saying, I want to be whole and complete. And I feel like the new version of that is being embodied. Like it's the new word, but it really is the thing of whole and complete was like, I'm healed and I'm coming back to wholeness. And I think that embodiment is part of that. It is like, oh yes, I am definitely coming into wholeness. But the added bonus in the word embody that I am hearing also from you is like a radiance. Like the woman that walked in, she had like a radiance and a center to her that was like, so magnificent, right? It was like this magnified field. And when we get to that, and maybe you've had a taste of that, whoever's watching today or listening, whenever, you've had a taste of when you've been in that place where you've walked down the street perhaps and people look at you and have and I've had glimpses of that where I've been like, okay, let me take note of what I did. And so that's been my study over this last 10 years. And that's why this event that we're putting on here in Hollywood at Wanderlust Hollywood, September 30th, called Embody, is all about
Right.
About us returning home. So getting back to the practices, I would love to know what your favorite practices are that bring you back into that place.
Listen, the breath is always there because the breath should be definitely the guideline number one. So I have a specific breath, but as I said, it's not like a magical formula of this breath only will take you to embodiment. I mean, what I'm trying to say is like there's lots of expectation for people out there that think, oh, they're going to come to one class and that's it. And I've learned this kind of breathing and that's it. It's not something, everybody's trying to get the shortcut, but at the end, it's not about the shortcut. You need to fully experience that whole journey and everything that brings that journey. So it's just by, I can give you an example of a few different breaths that I use to take me to that power, back to that power when I'm down. So for example, that is a very useful tool because we all go down at some point, right? But what I notice now, because I have worked my kind of like baseline, which is much higher than it used to be before. So now it's much easier to dip, oh, I'm down, but I pull myself up much quicker and it lasts shorter time. And so you're much aware much quicker. And then you're like, aha, this is what's happening. All right, let me pull back. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my mantra. I'm going to do my breath and I'm done. I'm quickly got back into the line, right, on the path. So there is this breath that I do. Of course, in Kundalini Yoga, we do a lot of breathing. But this is really powerful breath through the mouth. So you do like 30 of those. I will explain and I will do it. And then we can do it together. So you do inhale, exhale. And at the end, about 30 or 40, depends. Everybody has a different stamina. So then we exhale fully and we hold as much as you can. Hold it maybe 30 seconds. Some people can hold it for a minute. But as I said, everybody's different. Then when you can't hold anymore, you inhale. And then you hold for the 20 seconds, and then you release. So that's your first breath. So 3 rounds of that at least immediately will take you right back. And then I have a mantra, the Sata Nama, which is completely amazing. And I will explain a little bit more about that. But let's go with the breath.
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody there?
Yes. Everybody with us? Let's do this. Okay, perfect.
So, like a cannon breath, open mouth. So.
Oh my God, I'm getting so lightheaded.
I know, right? So inhale fully, and then exhale completely. Now hold.
You hold it out?
Hold it out.
Okay.
Inhale, hold, and exhale. Exactly. So how quickly that brings you back to whoa. I mean, you do feel lightheaded, but immediately everything, because you feel yourself with all that good feel. Yeah, exactly. Almost, and the yawning is part of it. I see it. People shy when they see the yawning, but it's not because you're bored. It's because you're releasing. You're connecting with the parasympathetic nervous system, and that's what brings you like grounded and heavy and like, okay, I'm in. Like you pick yourself out from wherever you are and bring yourself right in.
That's so great. You know, this is part of my, you know, what I love is having these conversations, but we actually go into some kind of experience. And I feel like I definitely just had an experience. I use the breath a lot in my work as well, as you know. But this was super powerful. I had to hold on to the table I'm sitting in front of for sure, so I didn't like fall over. Yeah, I feel like, ooh, we're gonna definitely.
That's the difference. It does feel in your head like you're lightheaded, like you're gonna fly, or like you're so light, but in fact it grounds you. So it's that two polarities that work together. So in fact, it's combining and stimulating and balancing the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So both hemispheres of the brain work together, and that's exactly what happens. So you feel like awakened and aware and light and woo, but also you're relaxed and grounded. And so that's the interesting thing, that the dualities and all the opposites, we are bringing them together. So that's what this breath does. So then you do it a couple of times, like cycles, like 2 or 3 times of this. And then immediately you feel like, wow, even just close your eyes. It will take you into meditation within seconds. It's the easiest way to teach people how to meditate, because wow, suddenly you feel you don't want to talk, you just want to be, even the way we talk now, it's like so much calm, and it's like, so that's what happens. And then mantra, sa, ta, na, ma, can you hear me? I'm working with fingers, so the index fingers and thumb, then the middle, then the...
Can you show us a little bit closer to the middle?
So index finger and thumbs together, then you swap, you change the middle and the thumb.
Okay.
Then the ring finger and the thumb.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the pinky and the thumb.
Okay, yeah.
So you keep going from sa, ta, na, ma. Index, middle, ring, pinky. And you keep going sa, ta, na, ma. Okay, I'm putting the hands like this so you can see me, but otherwise you just put it in your lap and you just keep going sa, ta, na, ma, while you keep moving the fingers from index all the way to the pinky and start from the index. Every time you say sa, it's on the index finger. So now what this does, it sparks up the brain. There was a study made by 2 scientists. For years they went and researched about how the Tibetan monks work, putting the meditation and the mantras and whatever. So the book is called How God Can Change Your Brain, meaning how all the spiritual stuff and mantras and meditation, how they work. Yeah. So they figure out that this mantra, Satanama, is the most beneficial and most quickly. It works so fast, especially for Alzheimer and all these, we're getting older and you start forgetting. So it's really sparking the brain. It's almost like you can see the spark happening when they watch on the monitors. And the funny thing was that I was explaining this in one of my classes, and this woman stands up. She says, "I was the nurse assisting that program, that research." And she said, "I could definitely see." She was like, in front of my eyes, I could see the brain goes on the monitor, sparks, sparks, sparks. It's sending those electrical impulses, and that's what really works on balancing the hormones. And because at the end, it's all about hormonal balance that creates all the serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, all these good feel chemicals, endorphins. So that's what she said. Just doing this, even if you just take 10, 11 minutes each day, but it has to be each day for like 40 days. That's about the number that works the best, right? Around 40 days, many things can happen, and transformation for sure happens. So that's the magical kind of 40 days, Yeah. So if you do it like that, so they took a picture of the brain of a person who never did any mantra, never did any meditations, no spiritual, just, look out in the streets. Yeah. So they gave him this mantra and they told him how to do it. And they took a picture of his brain before and after 40 days. And that is in the book. You can really, it's just amazing. And it's just almost like the brain has changed. The position of the certain, it was just amazing to look at that. So, and I've been suggesting this to many people, and they are absolutely loving it and thinking like, wow, this is brilliant. And I use it myself, and I can really not recommend it enough. It's really fantastic.
Beautiful. What is the book called again?
how God can change your brain.
Okay, awesome. How God can change your brain. Awesome. That's great. So I wanted to shift the conversation a little bit because my experience, and you must experience this too because you work with a lot of women, that there's a shifting right now with modern women that is happening. And that is the rise of the divine feminine. So there is a lot of us women that have this call to be healers. I call it the mistress of many modalities of healing, the healing arts, right? The mistresses of many healing arts, because that's truly like I had this and that and this and that. But really it's a calling from deep down to be a healer in the world and use those gifts to really help a lot of people. And I think that there's many of us that are rising right now, and it's rising in sisterhood and connection. And what do you have to say to any of that? Like, what's your experience of that? What is your thoughts around that?
It's interesting. I have seen a lot of, okay, so let's take like my groups and retreats and teacher trainings and whatever I can see. So it's, there is a lot of girls, different ages. So all from 30 onwards. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of half-half. I always thought that I'm going to, 40 plus would be much more the group that I teach, but then I have younger girls as well. So you see the differences and how differently they embody or not. I mean, the younger girls, they are feeling much more entitled and much more kind of like, the social media and all this kind of technology works very different in their well-being, in their environment, in how they think, how they do things. It's much more different than the other group was like the 50 years olds. And I do see difference. And somehow when they start linking and working together, I see that beautiful work of the divine being manifested, because we need the technology, which is the younger girls at the moment, but we need the wisdom and the power and the divine and the embodiment of the older girls, so then when they start sharing their thoughts, and it was an amazing, beautiful thing what I've seen. So I think, and our teacher Yogi Bhajan always used to say that the technology, the Aquarian age is all about technology, but it's all about the mind. But if you don't bring the heart with you and you don't connect with the heart, then there will be a lot of problems, because actually the worst at the moment in all the mental hospitals are filled up with people suffering from stress and depression, all of this anxiety, because it's too much going on. If you don't learn how to bring the heart with all your decisions, if you don't learn how to switch off like a computer, your head's like a computer, too much going on, too much news, too much social media. All day long we are on those computers and our iPhones. And if you don't know how to really, it's like the computer, at one point you have to shut it down, right? But you don't shut down your computer, which is your head. Right. So if you don't know through meditation and mantra and all this breathing that we are teaching and helping people, if you don't have that tool, you'll be having problems. Mm-hmm. So I see that all the time. So the way of divine coming through us, it has to be through your heart. So a lot of times I work on opening the heart. We have beautiful exercises for opening the heart and really being aware of that, because I see so many, like the young girls, they're all here. It's like, whoa. Mm-hmm. So coming and bringing them down into their heart. As I said, the first thing, what is embodiment? Come out of your head, into your body, into your heart, into your soul desire. Every cell of your body needs to feel that you're enough. It's okay. Because everybody feels when they're younger, it's the insecurities of not knowing who you are, or not really knowing what you want to do, or, where is the space for embodiment? It's, you have to go
right. And I think you're right. I have seen a lot of that come from here, and it's really it's not about doing, it is about being, but it is both. We are purpose driven. There's much to move forward in and get clear on and so on, but it is about the being, really. Like, that's what embodiment is. It's like you expand from this being place. That's my experience of it anyway, and that's what I'm hearing from you as well.
Allowing that inner voice to guide you. that's intuition, whatever we want to call it, we all have a different, but we all felt it at one point in our lives, many moments or short moments or longer moments if we are lucky, and then that moment could become a bigger, longer moment, and then that's what's your embodiment most of the time. But it's those little moments that become bigger, and that's what we need to work on. So feel that little moment, be happy about it, accept it and say, wow, okay, I know what it feels now. So let's try to repeat that and stay longer in that moment.
Right, right. So beautiful, Maya. We don't have any questions right now. If anybody wants to jump in and ask a question for the last few minutes, I wanted just to thank Maya for her work, really being such a contributor to, many people that are on this path and looking for ways to keep coming home and keep being in the body and keep expanding from that place. And you're such a great role model, as you've been also a mother, a teacher, you really shared yourself with the world in this way, and I'm so grateful. So thank you so much for sharing your time with us today.
Including me in this. This is wonderful. Yeah. I think maybe another question there I see. Oh no, is somebody just saying love?
Hearts. There's some hearts here. Thank you, Lisa.
That's great.
Being here and saying hi. But I think I would just like to ask you.
One of those things, people who are listening out there, they might not have questions immediately, or they might, some other things will come later, and we are open for any questions and answers. We can do that, right? So if anybody has questions later on, it's like, oh, why didn't I ask that then? Don't worry, you can ask later.
Yeah, totally. And you can ask in the comments. We will get notices when we get comments on here, or you can private message us. That's always great. But it's always nice to share our answers, of course, with the rest, because every question is somebody else is thinking about it, right?
For sure.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. So any other wise words to the women out there that are purpose-driven, desiring to make a global impact with who they are as healers, that want to rise to the next level of their being?
I always say, well, it's written in my let go. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
I actually had to put it as a reminder, almost like for everybody. Every time I put my hands in prayer position, everybody sees it and they go, oh yeah. It's just a nice reminder to let go. You're enough as you are. You're beautiful as you are. Just accept that, and just let go of too much worries and anxieties, and just, feel deep inside and ask your heart, and trust that is the answer you need, and let the universe who created us take care of us. So that's what let go means. So let go of your own burdens and just give it to the universe and just be looked after. But that requires trust and believe in your inner, that gut and that heart, what your inner voice is saying. So it's really just connection. Connect with yourself. Lots of people give their power outside and they ask other gurus and other teachers and other people. But Aquarian age is not about following any guru. It's the guru in yourself. So the soulmate you're looking out there is your own soul. So keep looking in. That's all I can say. Keep meditating, bringing your energy in, and keep asking yourself, because you know everything. You have to trust that.
Yes, beautiful. And as Maya says, it takes practice and fully coming home again and again and again. So if you are interested in Maya's work, please find her. We have her link here for her website and her Facebook page. And join us live on September 30th at Embody, the event at Wanderlust Hollywood. You can find more information. I will also put a link here so you can find the event page. And we are so delighted that you joined us. I think we do have a question, actually. Okay, so Purvinder Kaur Sur asks, what about embodying multiple facets of our lives? Mother, sister, wife, businesswoman, how to marry them together, live with them in harmony.
Yeah, we as women, we have many roles. We are playing many roles. We're all actresses.
Yeah.
The mother you have to be, the lover you have to be, working out there and doing everything is just how to put all these parts together. Again, it's about knowing, I think it's communication, going back to communication with your partners and with the family, with the kids, with everybody around that you're playing those roles with. Be aware of those roles. You know that you're playing them and that's okay, accept it. And then just give priority to each of those roles. So we have to be really organized. It's kind of like a managers, like CEOs of our own company, which is our own roles, the many women that we are inside. So I think is marrying together, meaning exactly that. How when the marriage is harmonious is because when you connect with that person, when you connect with that partner and you communicate properly, and that's how you treat everything and everybody around you. And that's when you know that you're in harmony with all your parts. So, but again, practice, practice, practice.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. And, one of the things I find when we have these multi-talents, and this is again where that term I created was like, mistresses of many arms, we are the mistresses of many healing arts and modalities and titles, mother, businesswoman, all these things. Self-care is a big one, right? Self-care, really taking care of yourself. And for me, that means dancing every day. That means, really taking care of this body, this mind, the spirit, and coming home every single day. And I do a sadhana also with mantra and sound vibrations and prayer. So great question, and thanks for asking. And do you want to add anything else to that, Maya?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, if you don't have a whole hour to spend for yourself, but you definitely have 10 minutes in your life and your day, no matter how busy and how many roles you're playing, but do take those 10 minutes and use it properly and just help yourself and go in. Just connect with that, even if it's for a second. It becomes much easier. You just close your eyes and you're kind of in. So, that's all you need. If that's what it takes. So just definitely spend and don't be, guilty about it. Because very often we, as women, become guilty of that because we are playing so many roles. And you, yourself? No, there is no time for me, right? No, absolutely. Priority is you first. Start your day with you first, connecting with yourself. 10 minutes. That's all it's required. And then you start playing the roles much better. So connection.
Beautiful. I love your message. Really, really, really in highest alignment. Thank you so much, Annie. So we are going to sign off here, and we are so grateful that you joined us. Thank you. Thank you. I am in gratitude for your beautiful presence. And again, we invite you to come to Embody, the event at Wanderlust Hollywood, September 30th, where we will activate you to your next level in your full embodiment. And we are going to be gathering in sisterhood there.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll see you there. All right.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Hemalayaa, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.